All right, today we got another double review. This time from Burger King. So first up, we've got the Burger King taco. It's been out for a bit now. Don't know if y'all have one. It's an interesting item. I've personally become a fan for reasons I shall explain. And then we have the all-new Impossible Whopper. It's got nice green packaging. We'll talk about this one in a minute. All right, now for the taco. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is very possibly the single ugliest fast food item I have ever seen. You've got some like random bits of lettuce with red sauce leaking out of the edges. You've got a little crack in the tortilla. If you see the beef, like the beef pocket is very visible from the outside. You've got this kind of soggy, flexible tortilla surrounded by like very brittle, hard, crispy, ungreasified crunch. So let's give it a bite. As always, first bite, mostly tortilla. Really takes a bit of work to get through the outer bit because like it actually is. It's one of the hardest. It's like one of the hardest tortillas I've like encountered in fast food or elsewhere. Alright, just lettuce again. The sauce is good. Very reminiscent of like Taco Bell fire sauce. No, which is, always a good sign. Alright. There we go. There's some beef, or possibly beef. It's more of a paste with some cheese, a bit of lettuce, and red sauce. There's there's no resistance from this part of the tortilla either. It's like baby food. I'm shocked that it stays together and doesn't just dissolve. So, despite what I've been saying, this is actually a great item. I don't know if I've conveyed that. Everything comes together much better than it should. The beef to cheese to sauce to lettuce ratio just works perfectly. It doesn't fall apart in your hands at all. All that extra room around the outside of the tortilla just really keeps anything from falling out. And it's only $1. Now, the point of comparison for this item, in my opinion, and this is going to be pretty controversial, is not a Taco Bell taco. I don't want to compare this to a Taco Bell taco. It's completely different. They barely even look the same. It's like, but you know what it is similar to? You know what I think it can be accurately compared to? Is the McChicken. Formerly $1 and no longer. This item is simple. It's clean. It works when it shouldn't. Like, why on earth should a chicken sandwich of hot mayo, shitty chicken nugget meat, and then like wimpy lettuce work? And it does, for some reason. And it was only $1, and now it's not. So now I never go to McDonald's, and I likely will never review McDonald's again. But this perfect item. It's small, it's not a meal in itself, just an additional $1. $1 for the Burger King taco, such that we can eat while mourning our fallen comrade in value. I'm seriously, we're all so pissed off about this. Like, they're $1.50 in Chicago now. What the fuck? Like, that just defeats the point of the McChicken. Like, it's not just a cheap chicken sandwich, it's $1 chicken sandwich. Like, that's the point of a dollar menu. That's what differentiates a dollar menu from just some random ass value or cheap item. It's because it's $1. Alright, rant temporarily over. So, so for a kind of general score of this, I'll be a little more exact later. I would give the Burger King taco solidly like B tier. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's so functional and good in a rush. Now this is probably the heftiest veggie burger I've ever seen. I mean, the main point of comparison here is obviously going to be the White Castle Impossible slider. I don't think I've ever reviewed that. It is great though, a little heftier than your standard White Castle slider. Tastes much more like meat than your standard White Castle meat, but that's not really much of a leap. Like, you didn't need Impossible Foods to do that. Like, any veggie burger tastes more like meat than White Castle processed whatever does. Mmm. Now this is good. It's also like very, very elegant looking. That's a classic Whopper right there. They nailed the lettuce, it's nice and crispy. The onions, you can kind of see, perfectly slivered, right size. Tomatoes well balanced out. This is a very well constructed Whopper. Alright, the meat, it tastes relatively like meat. It's still got a bit of that like Boca Burger taste to it. It lacks a bit of the Maillard reaction, sort of like, or fake Maillard reaction, probably in the case of Burger King, but it lacks a bit of the, what is it, umami, or like, whatever's supposed to kind of fill your mouth, but it's not bad. And yeah, this is a pretty good burger. It's faithful. It's $6. I like Impossible Foods. Yeah, this isn't bad. I'm trying to think. I like the White Castle slider more, and I'm not sure why. I think the Impossible slider nails down the affect of fast food slightly better. Like, this burger is almost too nice to be a Burger King special item. Burger King excels at weird, stupid novelty things, like the taco, like the mac and Cheetos. This feels like a veggie burger option from your burger stand, which is quite good. I'm kind of thinking of Fatso's with their Beyond Burger, which isn't actually that good. But it's almost too nice, too well constructed to feel like fast food to me. Or feels a little too much like a premium item, which I don't know, I don't connect to as much. You know, I feel one of the important sort of axioms of fast food is it really is the everyman's food. It's our common denominator. It's the thing we all, it is banal Americana at its best, and worse too. And this doesn't quite get that. It creates a weird image of it. It nails the 50s burger stand that the fast food so often tries to nail a little too well. Like, so it's just kind of uncanny valley, because it's not quite there, and that's added to the fact of the uncanny valleyness of the meat too. So it's a slightly eerie burger to go through. But it tastes good and it's substantive. I don't know. It's like, I guess also this Burger King didn't have a drive-thru, which also set me off a bit. I don't know if I've explained it before, but my main axioms for fast food are cheap, quick. Most locations should have a drive-thru, which is true of Burger King, so it is still fast food. Cheap, quick, drive-through, what else? Oh, it needs to be located in more than one city. You can't have like a city or like very small regional specific chain. And you know, has to be something people think of as fast food too, just the general vibe. The affect. Alright. Overall, I give this I'd say it's an A-tier burger, but there's just something in it. There's something lacking. There's something that I don't quite understand. But yeah, in terms of taste, I'm gonna give this total meal an aggregate 79.35. In terms of novelty, it actually gets an 88.73, largely due to the taco. you know, I thought the veggie burger aspect was really gonna amp up the novelty value, but it kind of brought it down. And then oh yeah, value. Again, the taco really carries it here. This meal was $7.50. Burger was most of it, so value it's gonna have to be about. It's better than McDonald's is now, so I'm gonna say a solid 65.01. And then the aggregate score for the entire meal, I'm gonna say, let me see, 76.8. But I could change my mind. If I had this 5 minutes earlier when it was slightly warmer, it could be up to an 80. Alright, well, signing off. Hope you enjoyed this review. Like, subscribe, share.